Today we're going to be talking about chronographs. We got one of the Master Chrony F1s, and we've got the digital readout on the bench. This chronograph is available with a printer that will automatically print and calculate standard deviation right off of basically a little printer on your bench. We're just going to hand record all of our velocities. We'll get our standard deviations for them. The reason chronographs are important is because it allows you to find deficiencies in your hand loads and essentially help you work up better hand loads as a result. If you fire a string of shots and you find that you're getting odd pressure spikes or you're getting odd velocity spikes, it could be a sign of excessive pressure, things like that. Chronographs are also good because it lets you know how hot you're getting. I mean, the velocity of the bullet as it exits the barrel is going to be the main determining factor of how it's going to perform, and especially from a hand loading standpoint, how hot you can go. I mean, just because a particular hand loading manual lists a load at a certain velocity on paper doesn't mean that that same load is going to go the same velocity out of your rifle. So you always want to chrono the actual hand loads that are coming out of your rifle for your barrel length, your twist rate, and that way you can make sure you're keeping them at a good serviceable level and a safe level. So let's see how this thing... Okay, Chad's going to be firing his AR through the chronograph. I'll be over here on the outside of the camera recording the loads, and then we'll show you some calculations for standard deviation. $29.52. $29.30. Okay, so here I'm recording the velocities for Chad. This is the digital readout that comes with the Chrony unit. It reads out in 4 digits, feet per second. So Chad's going to fire. I'm going to write down his velocities. And that's pretty much how this little Chrony works. It's a real nice system. He's got an application on his cell phone where he can actually plug in the velocities and get his standard deviation and his average velocity. All right.
Did you get it?
Yeah. All right.
What does that mean? 29 speed.
All right, go ahead.
Things getting down.
Man, that was a hot. That's flying there.
All right, so on the 5-shot string, what I've done is I've recorded his 5 velocities, and then we can determine his standard deviation and average from there. On the last string that you saw that was shot, he had an average velocity of 29.50 and a standard deviation of about 18 feet per second, which is excellent. Generally accepted standard deviation is going to be between 50 to 100 feet a second on the largest spread. So 18 is excellent. Earlier we chronoed some loads coming out of the trapdoor, and we had a standard deviation of about 34 feet a second, which for an old gun is pretty good.